You know that feeling, right? That gnawing frustration that no matter how hard you grind, how many nights you burn the midnight oil, there's still that invisible ceiling holding you down. You see others around you, sometimes less talented, less committed, climbing faster, getting rewards you know you worked harder for, yet you stay stuck. It's like the system is rigged against those who actually want to break free and make a real mark. But here's the raw truth nobody likes to admit. The world doesn't want the best to rise. Not really. Most systems prefer safe bets, mediocre mediocrity packaged as success, and people who play by the rules without rocking the boat. And that hurts. Because if you're a founder, an investor, a leader, you feel it deep down. You were made for more. You didn't sign up to settle for the average. But the system? It treats you like a line in the spreadsheet, a predictable checkbox, a clone of the last guy who played the corporate game safe and small. It steals your hunger, your ideas, your very drive. You're not just battling competitors out there. You're battling a world that rewards comfort and fear over hunger and courage. It's a silent war, and many lose without even knowing they fought it. But what if there's a way out? Not just hope or theory, but a real path that lets the best actually rise and dominate. A system, no, a force, that doesn't choke potential but accelerates it, that doesn't punish the bold but rallies behind them. This isn't some pie-in-the-sky dream. It's capitalism stripped to its core magic, the raw engine that unleashes individual power like nothing else can. Capitalism isn't perfect. It can be messy, brutal, and cold at times. But here's what most miss. It is the only system built on a simple, brutal truth. Value wins. Those who create, build, innovate, take risks, and push boundaries get rewarded. Not titles, not handouts, not connections alone. Results, pure and clear. The best ideas, the best moves, the best leaders rise because the market demands it. It's survival not of the fittest in some vague biological sense, but survival of the fittest value creators. You don't get rewarded just for showing up. You get rewarded for delivering what the world wants: better products, smarter investments, sharper strategies. In this, capitalism poses the most savage and honest challenge. Prove your worth every day or get left behind. For founders, that challenge is a high-stakes game where every decision, every line of code, every pitch, and every dollar invested counts. For investors, it's the relentless search for the rare unicorns, those few who see what others don't and are willing to back the dream, the struggle, the grit. For leaders, it's the daily fight to inspire, deliver growth, and rewrite rules rather than follow them blind. Now here's the real kicker. Capitalism rewards becoming, not being. It doesn't care who your parents were, how many degrees you hold, or what your connections look like on paper. It cares about what you build and how well you do it. It's the only system that, despite its flaws, breaks down old privileges and opens the door for anyone crazy enough and hungry enough to walk through it. This is how the best finally rise, by refusing to bow to mediocrity and bending the knee to no one but the raw market of ideas and value. But there's a catch. To win here, to really rise, you must shed illusions. Forget comfort. Forget the lie that playing it safe keeps you safe. Capitalism demands fire. Fire that burns through excuses, through laziness, through the lies you tell yourself when it's easier to quit. It demands critics of the status quo, those who don't accept systems but remake them. Not followers of trends but creators of trends. Not whisperers in approval, but loud roars that rewrite rules. It's this fire, this refusal to live a borrowed life, that capitalism unlocks if you dare to wield it. Because when you take your life and work into your own hands, ignoring the noise, aligning with those as hungry as you, refusing the easy paths, it suddenly becomes clear why the best rise. They rise because they become sovereign. They become unstoppable because they own their will, the sharpest weapon anyone can have in a world designed to blunt ambition. So, what does that look like in practice? How do you break free from the invisible cages around you and finally climb to the top where you belong? First, be ruthless about your alignment. The old advice about networking is pointless if you're connecting with people who don't get your fire, who don't push you, who make you settle. Find those rare few who burn just as bright as you do. Few and fiercely loyal. Those connections fuel growth, spark new ideas, and create synergy that no single mind could on its own. Capitalism is a network game, but not a loud, crowded one. It's about quality, not quantity. The right few will change everything. Second, question everything. Don't accept the rules handed down like gospel. Successful capitalism thrives on disruption, breaking old systems, inventing new paths, transforming industries and realities. Be critical not just of the market, but of yourself. Where are you stuck? What habits, beliefs, or fears are holding you back? What parts of your reality need to be unlearned before transformation is even possible? The best rise because they stare every norm in the eye and say, not good enough. Third, understand that real progress is a long game. Instant wins are illusions spun by the noise. True wealth, influence, legacy, that comes from patience, discipline, relentless, consistent work. It's about playing chess when everyone else is scratching the surface of checkers. Know that your biggest power lies in endurance, in being the one who's still standing when others have burned out. Eternity favors the ones who refuse to quit, not the ones who sprint and stall. Next, be fiercely sovereign. Own your decisions, your failures, your wins. No excuses, no blame shifting. The world will try to impose its will through rules, norms, pressures, but when you own yourself fully, no one else's world can limit you. Sovereignty means freedom, true freedom, the weapon that cuts through conformity and laziness. Without it, capitalism becomes just a rat race. With it, capitalism becomes your playground, your battlefield, your kingdom. Finally, embrace the mess. Capitalism is chaotic, unpredictable, sometimes cruel. But inside that chaos lies opportunity, the chance to build, to innovate, to survive by inventing something new. The best don't wait for permission or perfect conditions. They dive headfirst into the storm, using every challenge as fuel to rise higher. Comfort kills. Progress thrives where discomfort lives. So lean into the tough moments. They are your real proving ground. If this speaks to you, if that quiet fire inside burns hotter than ever ready to explode, then this is your call. This isn't for the comfortable or the complacent. It's for the builders, the dreamers, the rebels. For those done waiting for systems to hand them a chance. For those ready to grab life and business by the throat and say, watch me change the game. Capitalism finally lets the best rise not because it's perfect, but because it's real. It's raw. It demands everything and demands brilliance. It doesn't lie about its rules. It doesn't throw illusions in your face. If you're hungry, if you're bold, if you refuse to be average, the door is wide open. Rise now. Build relentlessly. Connect fiercely. Question continuously. Own absolutely. Stay patient endlessly. This is the path where the few become unstoppable, where value wins, where greatness finally claims its throne. This is capitalism's true promise, the promise waiting to be seized by those who refuse to settle for less. Don't just dream of rising. Rise.